She dreams a champagne dream, strawberry surprise, pink linen and white paper. She says love is for fools who fall behind. I'm somewhere between, but here and now, will we ever be again? 'Cause I have found all that shimmers in this world is sure to fade away again. Edson Clado Rio de Serio. Continue. I was just trying to fill the empty space there, bro. Let me look up the lyrics. Okay. She calls me from the cold just when I was low, feeling short of stable. All that she intends, all she keeps inside, isn't on the label. And she says she's ashamed. Can she take me for a while? Can I be a friend? We'll forget the past. Maybe I'm not able. I break at the bend. Here and now, will we ever be again? 'Cause I have found all that shimmers in this world is sure to fade away again. She dreams a champagne dream, strawberry surprise, pink linen on white paper, lavender and cream, fields of butterflies, reality escapes her. And she says that love is for fools who fall behind. And I'm somewhere between. You never really know a killer from a savior till a break at the bend. Here and now, will we ever be again? 'Cause I have found all that shimmers in this world is sure to fade away again. It's too far away for me to hold, too far away. Guess I'll let it go. All right, that's pretty much the whole song. I don't know why people like hearing me sing. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, computer fail. So yeah, guys, I am filming this or shooting. I don't even know what you streaming this from my phone, which is connected to my Wi-Fi, and thankfully that's a different device. But my computer, as I have said many a time, is quite old, and it's not that I can't afford a new one. It's just that the new one I really need is really expensive. because to get it done right is a custom job, and it's like $2,000. It's like, yeah, I mean, maybe more than that even, and it's like just it has to be custom built. So I'm gonna keep using this computer until it dies. Mighty Fazy, what is the discussion on? We don't do the discussion on anything in particular. We're just sort of talking here. I see El Pistafo is there. He says, dude! Daryl and Daryl loves Joy Floor. Can you sing Barbie Girl? I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. My body's plastic. It's fantastic. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh, ooh, yeah. I can, I mean. See, again, the chat's really small and my eyes aren't what they used to be, but my computer will be back on in a minute or so. There we go. Ah. Bad thumb. El Chingon. $20. Start your fund for a new PC. Thank you, man. This computer is a custom built machine. And sadly, the person that built it for me is no longer in the industry. So I can possibly get him to consult on a new unit, but I can't get him to build one. All right, so I've missed a lot of chat, so I'm just gonna hit the highlights here. Mount Honor 51. Can you sing Nigerian national anthem? I have never heard it, so no. Is it in English? Manu, I'm about to kill myself. Live a good life, brother. Okay. Football God, you are scary. Yes, I am told this very often. Sometimes people crap their pants when they see me. El Pistafo, how long you been on? About 10 minutes now. Mighty Fezzy, what's the discussion on? Already covered that. Oh, where are you from? I'm from Los Angeles, California. Alex Manson-kun says hello. Okay, this thing is still having some trouble. What is going on with this page? Alright, let's reboot the page and see what happens. Okay, there we go. El Pistafo, you remind me of Orson Welles in The View. Never saw him in The View. Drew, what PC do you have? I have a custom-built PC with a Thor chassis, a Roswell Thor chassis, based around a AMD octa-core bulldozer. Okay, and the thing about this particular PC is that it has an overpowered power supply, considerably so. Because the first thing that goes out is the power supply. And it has dual graphics cards for stability when rendering, which is very important because the longevity of your rendering computer will be much more than your stability. So it only has a terabyte central drive, and no secondary drive, but I mean, when I built it, a terabyte was enough. Jesse Mazza, I'm not going to lie, bro. You look like an effing super hacker. Legs, Preston Lacey, Louis Correa, what you do for a living? I'm a security officer. Peace. Hi, I'm new here. Have you ever seen the film Wizards? There's a character named Peace. Fearless Frog, what specs do you have? Like I say, it's an AMD bulldozer. It's an older computer. This computer is so old it is not upgradable to Windows 10. To give you an idea, I mean, it's just there's nothing you can do to salvage it. It's too old. I mean, the technology used to make this computer was built when hard drives were still the commonplace, and it was very expensive to get a SS or a solid state drive, which is what it now has. I mean, I've upgraded it, but Beast God, put Jabba back in the hut. Jessa Maza, you look like Dragon Lizard from the deep, deep web. Okay. I mean to say Dragon Wizard, not Lizard. Well, you said Dragon Lither, so I mean, Literal trash, why don't you figure out the specs you need and just buy one pre-built? Because they don't make pre-built PCs with those specs. Particularly speaking, I need an overpowered power supply. Okay? If I don't get that overpowered power supply, the computer will not have the longevity and it will struggle. Because that's just one of those things. The power supply is the first thing that degrades. So they just don't make computers with that level of overpowerment. Now, from a standpoint of, just like, yes, I could get $1,000 computer pre-built, and like a couple years later get another $1,000 computer rebuilt. But you have to understand that the disruption to the system of doing that is going to be quite problematic. So, I mean, it will take me 3 or 4 days to tear this console apart, clean everything, and put it back together. It's not, oh, you can just pull it apart and put it back together. It's like, no, this is a console. I mean, we're dealing with multiple screens and multiple printers and, all kinds of different equipment. This is a very complicated piece of equipment, and it has to fit, Getting it all to fit has never been easy. So, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power connections here. For all the devices that go in here. And when I'm working in full production mode, I have a total of 3 computers hooked up at this console. And the secondary console that I'm working on, I'm looking at having between 4 and 6. Depending on what you describe as a computer, you can say 4 and 8. Depending. If you count tablets as computers, 4 and 8. So yeah, I mean, this equipment is not cheap, which is one of the reasons you use it till it breaks. Because it's like, I'm going to sit here and change out components. And I tell you this much, it's like, in the maybe 15 years I've had this computer now, it's been in the shop for at least a full month of that. And I mean, when we're in full production mode, I mean, it's like this channel puts out 2 videos a day, 2 or 3 videos a day, plus a live stream. But I have channels that's like, yeah, like the children's book, it's supposed to be doing like 10 or 11 a day. You know, it's like, it's just, I deal with a very high volume of work. Kevin, Uncle Buck, hello. The real devil. You are not my sister. Is someone who is a somebody going to murder themselves? That's dumb. You know, dude, like we take every threat of self-harm seriously. All right. So I had to report that person to YouTube. You know, if somebody says they're going to harm themselves, you know, it doesn't matter if it seems like they're joking. You always take that seriously. That's how I was trained. I have skills as a mental health professional. P. Diddy, hey, who said you could leave my basement? You're my basement, motherfucker. Get back down there. Louis Correa, what you doing for live? Nothing in particular. El Bizavo, Louis, he is a security guard. LET, well, you said lizard first, so that's the one everyone will remember. Lizard. Oh, where did the chat go? Koken Productions, my favorite, biggest pumpkin. You know, dude, no one's laughing at that. Jesse Mazza, yo, Brody, you're super behind. Yes, I know. Beast God, do you like in your mum's... Do I like in my mum's basement? My mother never had a basement, and she's been dead for 35 years. 36 come December. Beast God, do you... Louis Correa, what you do for living? Security. P. Diddy, you look like Honey Boo Boo. Well, you sound like a dickhole. Turbo Munch, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Jesse Mazza, I think you missed all your comments. Girl Trash, I know a topless computer repair shop in LA. I'll send you the link. Okay. Topless computer repair sounds awesome till you think about it. Maria Mistrada, hi Richard. Never know best. Hey, it's the cool guy who got my reference. Gilbert Volenzia said hi. Philip Hirochi, Richard. What's up, Philip? Jerry Carter, hey, it's you again. Phil Brochi, how long have you been live streaming? I've been live streaming now for about 20 minutes. The Blue Baron view of the Black Hebrew Israelite. Okay. Dixie, slick back looking clean tonight. Jesse Mazza, your gulp glitteth truth. I need you on my team. Phil Perochi, El Pitafo. Alex Mansangoon. Coon, hello. Jerry Carter, you're lucky those old computers can create a great porn pic. Jerry, wash your hands. Donut. Hey, can you cry on demand for Rusty? No, I cannot cry on demand. I didn't cry for my father. What makes you think I'm going to cry for a man I never met? Alex Minson-Coon said hi. Hello, hello. Tina said hi. PDD, bro, has his own gravitational pull. You know, when you see a big man and you gotta say something, it's because you a little bitch. I mean, you know, look, just because you got bent over in jail by a dozen guys my size doesn't mean you gotta give trouble to every guy my size. I mean, look, your brown star is your business. Don't be bringing that in here. We don't need to hear about the chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. Tinas, which console? Different definition of console. Donut, bro, isn't reading chat anymore. He just yapping. We'll have to say something. Donut, hi, can I please be getting a skibbity Ohio Rizzle shout out, whoa. P. Diddy, I want to smell his chair. Yeah, 'cause you a bitch. Dixie, I like the yappin'. Donut, this is in Bangladesh, guys. India too smart for this India #1. Warrior Nun, don't like a P did. Jerry Carter, your computer is like the one in War Games. That's an old movie. I'd have to watch that again. Jesse Mazza, you're definitely that guy. Oh, am I that guy? That guy you can't get out of your head, Jesse? Well, I'm sorry, but, it's not my fault I'm this sexy. P. Diddy, fart in a plastic bag and mail it to me. Sorry, your mother is going to be occupied. Jesse Mazza, back to your knowledge. Your dedication. Donut, glory to Israel, Russia, and China. No, Donut, glory to Israel. Down with Russia and China. Jesse Mazza, respect. Meow. Hello. Donut, hi. Can I please get a skibbity? Yo diggity. Gonna bag it up. P. Diddy, America is the best country in the world. Well, we're the richest. Is is a pig. Okay, well, you can be a pig all you want. I mean, I'm not sure pig is the right word for you, Mirandum. It may be little bitch. El Pisafo, Artmore, hi, El Pisoff. Warrior Nun, you pay for this knowledge. Pariah 7, hi, bro. Warrior Nun, there is a donation fee. Hello, said hi. Literal trash, you would cry for the right rich. You would cry for me, though, right? No literal trash. I don't know you and I don't care. P. Diddy, other way around. You like it the other way around? So you want it in your mouth, not your brown style? That's what you're telling me? That's how you took it? You like, man sausage! And that's what you just devoured that man sausage? Is that what you're doing, P. Diddy? Big Boss Ben, 1989. Good day, Richard. What's up, Big Boss? Laura Lounge, so what is the point of your stream? Like, what is it about? Laura, generally speaking, we just chill together. That's all this stream has ever been. It's just, I tried live streaming and we sit here and we talk and people bring up whatever they bring up and that seems to be working. Warrior Nun, ha 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 ha, wolf. Mystic Flower Cookie Fan, hi. El Pizzafo, I think YouTube is shadow banning you. It's possible. They do that. Sunny Sen, I am new on this channel. Please tell me what is the concept of this channel. It's basically my life, bro. This is my personal channel. I have many channels. This is the one where I talk about my life. Brian the Awesome Cowboy, God love you. Well, I mean, so long as he doesn't love me, that's fine. Mystic Flower Cookie Fan, hello. Willis, I didn't even get a live notification. I don't know, bro. 7XL, yo, Casho. Mystic Flower Cookie Fan, hey. El Bizafo, Willis. Snake, keep talking, I'm almost finished. Why am I so sexy to other men? Warrior Nun, War Games. Rob Thomas. I had deviled vulture eggs and Granny's possum innard gravy for supper. Okay. Willis, Pistafo! El Pistafo, Willis. Oh, don't think anyone did. 7XL, Casho. Warrior Nun. Where did Warrior Nun? Low or Whoa Laura. Willis. Ready for the 4 a.m. workout, Richard. Let's get it on. Cody Jones. Daddy Chill. 420 Soothing Smokers. You reading so slowly like a Nico 3310. By the time you get to the new comments, the stream will end. Big Boss Ben. 1989. This is my kind of stream. Just chill and talk random-ish. Glad I found your channel. Yeah, bro. I mean, I do this every day. The time depends on my work, though, so, you know. Bulldog House, ladies and gentlemen, if you will please take the time and double tap your screen if this is your first time here on today's broadcast. Please feel free to subscribe. JG, is that Peter Griffin or Chris Farley? Ask your mum. Dixie, Peter Farley. Cody Jones, I'm new Mystic Flower Cookie fan. So, do you play any games? I am just saying. You know, again, this PC's too old for that. I'm also wondering how that would even... I don't know how to play games and have people watch. I might, like, get, say, the original StarCraft and a headset. I don't know. Laurelau, cool. Thanks for explaining. War Ghost 420. Let's do the bikini competition. LOL. Bulldog House. If you don't get a live notification that he's gone live, you must not have the bell clicked on the page. So what you do is go to his page and mark sure the bell icon is smashed. Snake, can you do a car wash stream? Why would you guys want to see me wash a car? I mean, I could. Diva Davis, his name is Richard. Back off and get real with yourself. You don't even have a picture on your profile, so don't hide behind words, Jay. That's right, Jay. Don't be a biznatch. Nobody likes a biznatch. Well, okay, no, let's be wrong. Some people like to bang biznatches. But I mean, it's an angry banging. Austin Mattis, Beyond the Surface, said hi. 420 Soothing Smokers. Just joking, dude. I'm always here. Fact. You don't have work. I have work at 10 a.m. today. But I've woken up for the day. Adam S. Hey, Big Richard. Full Brochi, what did you have for dinner? Mixed nuts. Trying to keep the blood sugar down. I did try the Superman cookies earlier today. Keebler has Superman fruity fudge strips. So that review will be on Random Street Theater, hopefully within a week. But I mean, I have to take the glamour shot for it still, so that'll take some time. Jerry Carter, there's a fellow on another channel putting whipped cream on a computer. Okay. Spongin' Pants, do you have any good impressions of people? What do you mean by good impressions of people? People say that my Donald Trump is very, very funny, but I've never seen it. I've honestly never seen why people think my Donald Trump is funny. And people say my Stewie Griffin is right the good, but I don't see that either. I mean, seriously, I just sound English. I can also do the plant from Little Shop of Horrors, but I haven't watched that movie in a long, long time. Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long. 'Cause if you feed me Seymour, I can grow up big and strong. I don't know. I don't know. I have so many strong reservations. Tell it to the Marines. Should I go and perform mutilations? Jeff, Will Smith lost in the snow. Fall the Fresh Prince. Edinith AP thought high. Warrior Nun. Exactly. Maybe because the Kong of... Okay. El Pizzapo. Angry bearded clams. Oh, they were so angry. Well, they weren't so bearded, though. I mean, they were very much shaved clams. Very smooth. Very smooth. You know, like when you just give it a little lick and it just slides. Dixie, tell us more about what you do for work. I love listening to people who are passionate about the topic. Um, again, bro, I work at a historic monument. So I am quite passionate about what I do, but you kind of gotta request a tour. And you can request a tour, but I can't necessarily promise I will be there for the tour. And I don't get to give the tour either. Mark Messor, hello again, my fellow Jewish friend. Mr. Mark, or Dr. Mark and Messar, New York, shalom. Shalom, my brother. Never again is now. Oh, where did it go? I hate it when it does that. El Bizarro, Neal gobbling salted nuts. They were not salted. I gotta keep away from the salted ones. Philip Hirochi, oh, Superman cookies. Yes, yes, Keebler Superman cookies. They're made by little elves. And they're fruity! 420, Soothing Smoker, you're really something, man. I'm from South Africa. It's nice to meet you, bro. You're really good to see what you mean it made out of weed. I've actually never had weed. I mean, I've been exposed to it, but I don't know if I've ever like we don't actually know if I can get high. It's one of those things. It's like whatever tobacco does to people doesn't do it to me. Like I could smoke all day. It won't give me any kind of good feeling. Like I don't know what the feeling of tobacco is. I don't understand it. El Pistafo, Philip. The cool guy. I subscribed, bro. Well, that's very cool of you, cool guy. I like that you subscribed. Animals, creatures, sir. Who do you vote for? Normally I do vote Democrat, but I'm starting to have questions. Democrats are just getting stupider and stupider and stupider. So, I mean, 420 Soothing Smoker, let's do it, and stewing. Warrior None, the host is not too impressed you on his channel. Warrior Ghost 420, I'm another StarCraft fan. I am, let's go. Animals, creature, sir, who do you vote for? I answered that. JG, very talented, healthy man. Yeah, again, guys, like, weed is legal here in California. And I actually have a condition under which what I want to do when I resolve my mother's estate, if I resolve it in a way I find favorable, is the time I want to get high. Very high. Like rent a campsite, burn psychedelic fuel, because they have that. They've got stuff that burns in rainbow color, and just get high to the bejesus. I don't know if I can get El Pistafo to come out to California for that, but I'm gonna try. El Pistafo, make Toby get a job. What would he do? El Cillian's Blackjack. Last saying, love from Earth. Animal Creations, this stream is pre-recorded. No, it is not. El Pistafo, it's live. But, ma'am, says Philip, people won't think I'm cool. Warrior Nun, ha 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 ha. El Pistafo, unlike your sex life. Dixie, I'm in San Diego. What monument? The historic Los Angeles Stock Exchange. It is considered a historic monument. Designated by the city of Los Angeles. Bulldog House. Let me guess, you can't have one handful of nuts. You go to eat the whole jar. No. How would you eat it? I mean, that's a lot of nuts. It's like more than a pound of nuts. I think they're 70 or 27 inch or 27 ounce jars. No, you see, okay, so yes, hey, Gustavo, many nuggets tomorrow. Yes. What happened, ladies and gentlemen, was that my internet ran into a problem. It's old. I should probably do a little more prep for these things and refresh the modem before I go online from now on. It should come back in a few minutes. El Pistafo, glitter cannon shot over Neal's camera. Just saying, finally. Shitternet moment. Lim Jim, this buffer is exclusive to the United States. It does not happen in Africa. Yeah, our internet is actually pretty antiquated here. Dixie, we're back. Bulldog House, are you streaming off your phone or a PC? I am streaming off of my phone that is normally connected to my network. And my network is being stupid right now. So it's just one of those things. I don't know exactly what happened. The system to reboot. El Pistafo, Bulldog, phone, Franz. The system is down. Yeah, the system is old. Like I say, everything I have is kind of old. Looks like my internet's come back on. Nobody cares about Uganda. I think Ugandans care about Uganda, to be honest with you. Sponge and Two Pants, Team Mobile. Jay, hello. Obito, what's up, buddy? Julian Roots, hi. Phil Perochi, what does Mr. Fabulous internet history contain? Okay, let's be clear here, Philip. Mr. Fabulous does not need the internet. Mr. Fabulous does things in real life. Very, very upsetting things to most people. Well, mostly very upsetting people to most things. I mean, let's be honest. I tell you, the other day I met this woman that said, "Hey, check out my new butt. I just got it." And she's like, "Would you like to give it a try?" And I said, "Well, I'd love to." It was an experience. I mean, not the same feel as a natural butt, I will admit. 420 Soothing Smoker. It does happen in Africa. Africa has the worst net ever. Have a cobweb in our Wi-Fi option internet, so slow there they live. All get primerks next day like the boxing match with Jake Paul, it said. Mary Mistrata, we do our best. Talented Pigeon. This dude is not a real guitar player. I'm not a guitar player, no. Obido, bro, you just like any game character. What? Sponge and Pants, do you have a football team? No, I have no football team. I do not watch the football. I do not watch men play with balls. El Pizarro, Mary Willis, Richard, if you were on the Street Fighter game, what would your special move be? I think it would be the Psycho Slam. I'd slam people with my brain. El Pizarro, Sponge, his team is your mom and her girlfriend. El Pistafo and her sister. 420 Soothing Smoker, and do the Stewie accent and the Foon Trump lol. I would love to hear it. You cool. Foon Trump? Selena White, hero? Mike, my finished movie would be a booty bit. Or my finishing move would be a booty bit. Or booty bite. My bad. El Bizarro, Mike! Filipperochi, Mike! Mary Mistrata is laughing. Filipperochi, 1, ah. 2, ah. 3, ah. You guys must really like Sesame Street. Chad Bailey, good morning, Mr. Fabulous! Well, good morning, Chad. How are you? Are you healing up okay? Because, I mean, I know it can be a bit rough. El Pizafo, BRB. 420 Soothing Smoker. Trump, lol, I never want to swear. Sponge, Nat and Pants. I can't get that. What made you decide to live on shorts? What? What made me decide to live on shorts? What are you talking about? Rainy B, Mr. Richard, can you twerking expert in my resume? It depends on what job you're applying for. It will make your resume stand out in most professions. Twerking expert. Frankie Norbert Steiner, best finish, 1 in the stink and 2. Wash your hands, Frankie. Mike, Philip, if you tree leaves always brown, you might need to cut them down. Fulbrochi, best Mountain Dew flavor, the original. Sponge and Pants, stream on YouTube Shorts. What are you talking about? Fulbrochi, all the leaves are brown. Mike. Dixie, how long have you been doing these live streams? I've been doing them about a year now? I don't know. 420 Soothing Smoker, never wanted to be rude. Juan in the pink. You rang? No, Juan, it was dos in the pink. Pablo! Drivetrain, Jeff, are my jokes too dirty tonight? Well, they're never too dirty for Mr. Fabulous, to be honest. Rainy B, Mr. Richard is a supermassive black hole, also known as Latina. Okay. Sponge and Pants. Nationality? American. Pinku. Dude, Mike. If Jaws, best shark movie. Um, yeah. I would honestly say that Deep Blue Sea would be number two. Not the smartest shark movie in the world, but I certainly enjoyed it. But Jaws is at very least inspired by a true story. Chad Bailey, could you reenact Truffle Shuffle from Goonies movie? How much you gonna pay me for that, Chad? If you're good at something, never do it for free. Thelina, America! Truck yeah! Pinku, bro, we've had so many cool conversations. Jamie Yu, you're gonna see the new movie Weapons. Looks good. I try to see as many new movies as I can, to be honest with you. Dixie, no, Sharknado! Pinku, this is problem with changing names. Yeah, it generally is. Winning what? Can we speak about religion? Many do. Mark Mesher, sir, what is your favorite kind of music? I generally go for hard rock, to be honest with you. Not metal, hard rock. Um, I've been a fan of it for some time, but I'm very eclectic in terms of my music. Philip Rochi, never again is now meaning. Philip, never again is now is something that we Jews say to each other. It is honestly originally a reference to the fall of the Temple of Jerusalem. But when we look at our history, never again is now. We are saying that never again will we allow our people to be so harmed, as happened by the Romans and by the Germans, and many other times in history. I mean, very simply speaking, Philip, the fact that Gentiles refer to it as the Holocaust is racist. It's not the Holocaust, it's a Holocaust. One of many that have happened to my people. It's just that it's the most well documented. So that's what never again is now means. It is an affirmation to my people that we will no longer accept the abuse of the world. Winning what? Are you into politics? Politics are into me. I mean, seriously. Like, I go to the club and there's all this ass on display, and I say, man, the only place I've ever seen more ass than this is a session of Congress. God, is there some nasty wrinkled ass in that, though. Pablo, King Diamond, Jeff, I guess you're not gonna say it. Pablo, Tour. Pinko, you can do Peter Griffin impression. Yes, I can. Mr. Griffin, that's not a growth. That's your penis. Ow. And the, testicles. Ow. I'm looking for some more one-liners from Peter, to be honest with you, Peter and Stewie, but see, the problem being is I never watched Family Guy, so you know, I just see the clips and it's like, I don't know what's the funny thing Stewie says. Jeff, I guess you're not. I don't know what that means. You're not going to say what? Pinko, you can do Peter. Yeah, read that one. Chad Bailey, you're boohoo and back to 100% use. Rainy B, Mr. Richard, what kind of hard rock are you into? I'm into bath salts personally. That's the different kind of rock there. That's the kind of rock that makes you eat people's faith. Randall's into that. Artmore, are you on Discord? No, I am not. What is this Discord thing I keep hearing about? RDS, Mr. Fab is the twerking expert here. Live quick and peekaboo is what the live stream about. James Reacher, MAGA MAGA. MAGA MAGA. MAGA. MAGA MAGA MAGA. Sounds like, like the American zombie should say that. MAGA. MAGA MAGA MAGA. Mike, I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't ever gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. Spongin' Pants, would you like to buy a trumpet or a banjo? I don't know, dude. Yeah, what would be the point of either? Selena, do the roar. What is that? Waiting what? Should I put my Cash App link here? No. Oh, fill up. Heavy stuff. Mary Mistrada, tub thumper. Tub thumping. Frankie Norbert Steiner, do it grip. El Pizavo, tub thumper. I thought it was tub thumping. I guess I'm wrong. Oh, Danny boy. It is Tub Thumper by Chumbawamba. Yes, okay, my bad. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Oh, Rainy Bee, Mr. Richard, what better, Skidit or Halo 2000? Oh, Skynet or HAL 2000? Well, Skynet's a lot more intelligent. But HAL is now a cosmic entity, so I mean, tentacles. Mark Masher, hey, I'm so old I remember when Pora happened to our people, and then we happened to Pahora, lol. Or Pharaoh, my bad. Yes, well, that certainly means you know Moses. To Sean, it's your chin. Winning what? My name is Fred. I am a crazy hospital should stay here or run out. Stay in the hospital and hit on the orderly. Bernie T. Cummings, Richard moans when he wipes. Bernie, your sexual fantasies have no place here. That's just weird. And you should look like a Discord moderator. Mike, a Google that day. Guy from Beavis Butt does voice for King of the Hill, and Seth Garland is Peter Griffin. Yeah, the creator of Beavis and Butthead does King of the Hill. They're the same thing. Or similar kind of jokes. Bobbit, that's a girly video. Mason, I will thub, said hi. Ryan McKinney, he looks like Mr. Incredible. Okay. That's probably something of a compliment. Sponge, Net, and Pants. Discord is a social media app that, like Snapchat, but with more features and bigger communities. Okay, again, why would I be on Discord? I don't understand. People keep asking if I have a Discord. I do not understand why I would have a Discord. What's the appeal of Discord? Should I be using Discord to promote my channel? What's going on with that? And I will accept your money. Storby, you're never gonna get me down. You're never gonna get me down. Frankie Norbert Steiner, are you registered? Are you registered? Oh, Kishel, what's the channel about? My life. Stromby, lol. El Bizavo, Neal, sell off your heart of fuzzy pussies and find the Super Pornhub computer. Heard. Fuzzy pussies! Jeff, how come Santa Claus doesn't have any kids? He only comes down the chimney. Lema Hammer, the weight of being a man is a heavy burden. With what do you think? Mark Mesher, I have the perfect song for the White House and for Congress. The gang people play now every night and every day. Now never mean what he say. Now never says what he means. Dr. Mark. I'm going to have to look that one up. Joe South, Games People Play, 1969. Awesome. I will check that out. Gojo, you sound like Peter if she was jacked. I mean. Trevor, Richard, what your opinion on the upcoming NFL season? I have literally no opinion on it. I was not aware that NFL was out of season. SpongeNet Pants, I come from the man down... It's not the man down under, is it? Remember, Mr. Hart, Discord is like old school chat rooms with PM's voice and chat. Okay. Dixie, Charge are winning the Super Bowl. Winning chat, or winning what? Can you prey on me? No. It is awful. Neal isn't a serial killer. Yes, I could kill Ethereal, but why? Winning what? You're a GameStop manager. I've never been... Well, I think I've been to a GameStop once or twice. Mark Messor, dear sir, when you have a few minutes, look up some of my music video. I perform and sing on YouTube channel. Mark J. Messor. Yes, Mark, I am subscribed to you. Jeff, I voted for Trump. Really like Trump. Now I'm having second thoughts. The problem is, what other choice do we have? Yeah, I mean, you have to admit, more of the same or something different. Something different did sound pretty good. Trevor, Richard, if you get Discord, you can have your community join and you can update chat with your community. Okay, again, Trevor, I'm not understanding why I want to do that though. Like I have a X account only because I'm trying to promote my work. Mike, what's the best voice actor in your opinion? I'd say Tom Hanks. You know, that's a really hard call because if he's a good voice actor, I wouldn't notice him. And I mean, like, the difference between an actor and a voice actor is a voice actor does different voices, not just voice work. So Tom has a beautiful voice, but I mean, I don't know if he really does characters, which would kind of disqualify him from voice acting. Dixie Normus, Toy Story is the best animated film of all time. Reginald Chain, I like women, but I'm having second thoughts. You don't have to limit yourself. You can try some man sausage if you want. Walmart bag, hi, how are you? Ford, Dodge, Chevy, GMC. Hey, can I tell you something? You just did. Forted, opinions on mozzarella sticks. They're all right. I mean, you know, it depends on the quality of the mozzarella. Trevor, do you want Donald Trump to be in the files? What does that mean? I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, if you're talking about the Epstein files, yeah, you know, I want to know who's in them, but I don't want anyone to be in them. Mark, sir, or yes, sir, you have a vast and admirable intellect. I appreciate your input. Thank you, Mark. Chris, have you tried the new boss in RuneScape? MS Cut Lol. No, I have not. Sponge and Pants, what's your favorite personal island? I don't have any favorite personal islands. Thwarted, Biden could have released the files. You know, dude, one thing we absolutely know about those files is there are some very, very powerful people in them. And, I mean, sometimes not knowing is better. Like, you know, there's strong evidence to support Bill Gates being on the files, Stephen Hawking being on the files, you know, people that I've previously respected. And I mean, you know, like, just being on the files doesn't necessarily mean anything. If you went to his island once, you could have been like, look, I don't, this isn't my thing, but there are powerful people, so I'm afraid of speaking out. But on the other hand, it's like if you've been to his island a couple of times, I didn't know she was 14 gets to be a pretty thin argument. So let's just be honest. Those files will ruin a lot of lives of very angry and very powerful people. So whether Trump is on them or not, I can understand his reluctance. I can understand Biden's or anyone's reluctance. Because I can tell you something, if the decision came down to me personally, and somehow I could flip a switch and release those files, someone would definitely come for me, and I wouldn't live long if I did. All right? Let's just be clear on that. Regan Kane, Billy West is the best voice actor, no man but. Maria Juana, bro, can cosplay Peter Griffin. J. St. John, R.I.P. Avi. Oh, that's so sad. Why you gotta bring that up? Willie Chili, good evening, mate. It's Chili Willie, Southern California baby. Mike Cheverossi, Epstein List files. Ford, my girlfriend used my truck. Does it smell like fish? Walmart bag, love your voice. Mike, Tom Hanks was in Toy Story and Polar Express. Major hits. Yeah? I mean, like, he does voice work. That doesn't necessarily... The difference between doing voice work and being a voice actor, is a thing. Mark Measure, we are improving as a nation now. We have white trash in the White House, so there is no racial divide there. Ace 1. What we doing tonight? Just talking. Finding Ian. Greetings from Africa, Kenya. Willie Chili, how Los Angeles this evening? Jeff, a guy tried to rob me with a knife, but he was an amateur. He still had peanut butter on it. That wasn't peanut butter. Did you smell it? Mark Monsieur, Tom Hanks performs very well, and Mr. Rogers, his versatile, really is very smart man. Yeah, interestingly enough, they found a blood connection between Fred Rogers and Tom Hanks. And yes, Tom Hanks is one of the world's most talented living people. That's not a question. Okay? But I mean, if I were to classify him as something, I'd classify him as an actor, not a voice actor. And if you say who's the best voice actor, is he an actor first or is he a voice actor? He's an actor. I mean, that would be like saying, is Michael J. Fox a great voice actor? Yeah, he is. Another great voice actor would be Mark Hamill. Really great voice actor. If you've ever heard him as the Joker, you would never realize it's him. And that's one of the great things about being a voice actor is that you're doing a part that no one can recognize. It's one of those things about voice acting. I mean, if you've ever seen one of my voice acting videos, I used to voice act for Random Street Theater, or for Absurd TV, I mean. Like, I play up to 7 characters in a single episode. It's like I do Donald Trump, I do Joe Biden, I do Ivan and Cheddar. I do all kinds of characters, and that's the thing about voice acting, is that you're doing all kinds of characters. You're really pushing something. Mike, plus it could be people from another country on files also are high ranking. Yeah. I mean, again, Mike, the Epstein List is a complicated issue. All right? I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, I would need to examine it myself to give you something very clear. But maybe we should start releasing names. Like maybe they should go out there and say, okay, let's take everybody who's on the Epstein list and at least release the names of all the dead. all the people that have passed away, because many of them have. And it's like, okay, now you have that idea. But do understand, um, it's like they're saying that Bill Clinton is on the list. And I 100% believe that. All right? But I believe almost all the American billionaires would be on that list, unless they're particularly young. Okay? There was a time in American history where we didn't think much of an adult man having sex with a 14-year-old. You know, it's called pedophilia, but I mean, maybe we should really call it, um, you know, teenophilia or something, because it's like there's sort of that divide. Is it possible for you to mistake this person for someone who's grown? That's the question. I have met, 14-year-olds who look pretty mature because we have a lot of hormones in our food now, right? That wasn't the case in the 70s because the hormone thing hadn't come up then. But I mean, there's a lot of things that they're saying there's like 2,000 victims or 1,000 victims. And those victims deserve some kind of closure. But the question always being, what's the political chaos? Who is going to get hurt? What innocent person is going to get hurt? By this situation. I mean, you're talking about people with a lot of power, with a lot of money, who will crash whatever regime is in power. It's like Elon Musk creating a political party. He's not going to back Democrat. He's going to create a new political party to take power away, to divide conservatives. And that's what's dangerous, because conservatives are holding on to power by a very thin margin. And that margin thins every year. So it's like, yes, the Epstein List may be, or the current economy may be what finally breaks the Republican hold. But it will then be the job of whatever regime emerges afterwards to see if we can create a system where the people choose the representation as opposed to the representation choosing the people. It's just one of those things. Chad Bailey, my house was on fire the other day. My wife told kids to be quiet. You're waking up, Dad. Okay. St. John, shaving private Ryan's privates. Winning what? Do you want my number? Are you a chick? Royal Cerna, how about you get a job? I have a job, douche. Pinko, do Peter Griffin impression again. Okay. Mr. Griffin, that's not a growth. That's your penis. Ow. And the, testicles. Ow. Mark Messer, I don't know if you remember him. Service. Cesar Romero did a lot of voice work. That name is... Oh, yeah, Cesar Romero. For those of you that don't know Cesar Romero, he played the Joker on the 1960s Batman with Adam West. And he refused to shave his mustache for the part. So if you look at the Joker under the makeup, you can see the mustache. Which, is actually pretty fitting for the character when you think about it. Cool kid. What the F? Said hi, Angelico. Orochi, hi. Pinko, ha 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 ha! My name's Peter Griffin. No, your name's Pinko. Ford Dodge, I am a YouTuber. Ford Dodge, I'm going to be on in live. Jeff, are traffic good or bad? Are tariffs good or bad? That is a difficult question. There are good tariffs and there are bad tariffs, and it's just one of those things. Certain things should be tariffed. Um, for example, before the Trump administration, you had a 200% tariff on Chinese garlic. Okay, and the reason for that was China can produce garlic much cheaper. So yeah, but that's garlic. Nobody needs garlic. You can live without garlic. Okay, if we were to tax rice, that would be a bad thing because rice is a major staple. People survive off rice. So we want to stay away from tariffs on commodities like food, things that are purchased primarily by the poor, and we want to focus on commodities of luxury items. El Bizarro, Neal, Democrats are done. Supreme Court getting rid of race-based districts. Um, El Pistafo, most districts are not race-based. Philip Rochi, 2-hour stream. Well, we're at an hour and 14 minutes. Winning what? Do you like nuts? Do you like my nuts winning? Epstein Shahim said hi. Can you try and say my name? Ebisam. Let me see here. Hold on.
Shaheen.
Shaheen. Deals. Greenberg. 2010. Mike, you said girls look older now, but do you think they are not as mentally mature? Back in the day, females were getting married at 16 and taking care of a whole house. Mike, that's again a difficult question. And the reason for it being a difficult question is that there was a time in human history where a 13-year-old was considered an adult, right? And we actually have in our world what we refer to as adultified children. And adultified children tend to live in houses where, or in family units where the parents have something like a drinking problem or mental issues. And I mean, you have in this case, you have children who are doing things like taking the dad's checkbook and writing out the electric bill and, saying, Dad, sign this. So, um, that's the thing that you have to remember. One of the arguments in Blood, Holy Grail was that when they talked about Jesus, you know, they said that it would be abnormal if he didn't have a son at the time, and that his son would be between 15 and 13 and be considered a man and be expected to, be working with his father. And that's just one of those things is that, yeah, it's a societal question. In Arab countries, it is not at all uncommon for a 70-year-old man to marry a 10-year-old and to expect that 10-year-old to, sexually gratify him, right? It's one of those things that we Jews find abhorrent in the modern times. But the fact is that we have to set a line somewhere. And there are some states where it is legal for an adult to have sex with a 16-year-old. That's just those states. But the line has to be set somewhere. That's the question. Again, from my understanding of the Epstein List, there were children as young as 12. Okay. I do not have anything other than one person's testimony who claims to have been one of those victims to go by. But again, it's not my call. What is and is not appropriate. It's society's call. Society makes that definition. Uncle Guspacho, how is the government handling sleeping live streams? I don't even know much about those myself. Sponge and Knit Pants, do you believe in age limit for running for president? If so, what age? The current age limit is 35, and I'm fine with that. I don't know if an age limit is really appropriate, but obviously a politician should have to be a legal adult. So I personally think old enough to vote, old enough to run. But again, mixed media girl. Mike, both girls and boys have not as emotional mature. Again, mixed media girl. You could go by the myelination of the prefrontal cortex, which would mean that men aren't adults until they're 25. So it's a very complicated topic. Dixie, you cannot live without garlic. No way, I'd rather die. I see your opinion. But I mean, do understand, you can grow garlic, Jim H., I'm a booty warrior. Well, pleased to meet you, booty. Just Desserts, Richard, hello. What impact did IDIMN's legacy have on your life, and what do you admire about him, Richard? I don't know this person. Okay. Idi Amin Dada Amu was an Ugandan military officer and politician who served as the third president of Uganda from 1971 until his overthrow in 1979. Okay, so I don't believe his regime had any impact on me. Not a measurable one, anyway. Trevor, Richard, did you finally kill that spider on your wall? No, I did not. It's still there. Chambers is under the shelf. Shanita Evans, why are you not reading Jim H. comments? I read his comment. He said, I'm a booty warrior. Shang Cho, is not the truth that matters but victory. That would be a sad way of looking at things. Jimmy Hoffa, I steal my dad checkbook and buy crack with it. That's not adultified children, that's just crack youth. I mean, it's like people steal and buy crack. Different kinds of crack, indeed. Shantae Evans, this guy is going to jail. I just reported your age. Early Gamer, Life with Louie. New Ace, tell some conspiracy theories. Pearl Harbor was an inside job. Mark Masher, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll know that a tariff is another way of saying tax. When they are used as a weapon, it is not good. Again, yes. What a tariff is a tax on importers, okay, who import certain items in order to make those items less competitive in the market. All right. It's like with Chinese garlic. The Chinese can produce more garlic cheaper and faster. So, and their garlic is noted to have a whiter color, so it looks more crisp. And despite being hand picked, it's also hand scrubbed. So it looks cleaner. So their garlic is still cheaper than our garlic by a significant amount. So because they produce garlic cheaper, we've leveled the price so that American garlic and Chinese garlic is essentially the same. This means that we've actually seen garlic dumping, which means people will import the garlic to another country that does not produce garlic, and then ship that garlic to America as though it were produced there. I believe this is more common in industrial garlic, which is used faster. But, they will actually test garlic to see where it's made. Enric, you're American or Finnish. No power. You lie. Americans nobody like. Medic, what country are you claiming you're from saying that America is finished? Yes, Endrick. I mean, we are still the most powerful country on Earth. Let's be clear there. Okay. All right, I'm just way behind. Christopher McDown. South Carolina used to be 17 until last year when they passed a new law raising the legal age to 18. That's how it should be. North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida are all the same. Yeah, again, society made that decision, not me. Let's be clear on that. I mean, people are like, well, would you go out with an 18-year-old? I'm like, well, I mean, if she seems mature enough. Don't know if I'd mess around with an 18-year-old, but I mean, would I enjoy the company of a beautiful woman who is 18? Yeah, why not? Just because you're going out with someone doesn't mean you're going to bang her. Andrew F. 70 should be the max age after their brains rather turn xenophobic. Lol. Again, when you start putting those restrictions on people, it starts to beg a question. It's like there was a time that you had to be able to read to vote, and the reason you had to be able to read to vote was because certain people, minorities, were less likely to be able to read. So, if you couldn't read, you couldn't vote. You therefore could not have representation. And this is one of those things about this concept of freedom and democracy, is we have to be very, very clear that you should never restrict the right to vote. No matter what you have done, no matter who you are, no matter what crimes you have committed, your voice should never be silenced. It should be what we refer to as an inalienable right. And that does mean that somebody sitting in prison, they should have the right to vote. Okay? Just like a soldier in the field should, just like a minority should, whoever you are, you should have the right to vote. Because that is what defines us as a democracy. You know, that's the world we live in. Now, of course, a citizen votes. No one should be able to come here from another country and just be like, well, I'm visiting, let me vote. Shouldn't be like that. But obviously. Spondonia Pants. When I asked for age limit, I meant max age to run for president. Yeah, again, really doesn't work like that. There are people whose brains stop working at 25. There are people who are, 110 and their brain's still working fine. Uh, you could argue that the judgment of the people is not that great, but then you have to point out that, the people aren't given a lot of choices here. J90, they should definitely have a maximum age for president. Artmore, muted. Spondonia Pants, when I asked for... Okay, read that one. Enric, go away. Go! Anyway, or we hack your IP. Okay. All right. There we go. Oh, I think it froze again here. Tremble, 10-year-old? I don't think you should be here if you're 10. 420 Soothing Smokers, Artmore, who the FK is talking to married women who? Winning what? I think you bought Chinese garlic. I probably have. Morally bankrupt, 4.99. Hearts, thank you, morally bankrupt. Morals are just, not worth it anyway. Stinson, I just got banned from Jerkmates. Okay. Trimble, I think I saw someone behind you. That's not a window, that's my closet. Trevor, can you talk about Netanyahu and the Gaza situation and what you expect will happen? What will happen is that we will crush Hamas. People will hate us for it. But the truth is that Hamas is abusing the people of Gaza and blaming Israel. 420 Soothing Smoker. Go home, 10. You're all drunk. Don't need you here. Mark Messer. Hey, Dixie. Basil and tomato and pepper are the best. Try hothouse plum tomatoes. Compare tomatoes. Hothouse plum tomatoes, huh? Marco. Blizzard's out. You look like a garlic smuggler. Or snuggler. Snuggler. A garlic snuggler. Well... I wouldn't trust you around my shallots. Okay. Garlic snuggler. Well. Hey, again, guys, it looks like my page is freezing, so I don't know if we're gonna... I don't know how much longer we're gonna be able to do this. One of those things, guys. This phone is old. My computer is old. Adams update. Bacon? Marnie 98. Will know criminals should not be heard, especially mentally ill ones. Okay, Marnie, the problem with that is that we criminalize things like marijuana usage was criminalized in order to prevent minorities from voting. That's why it was criminalized. Used to be you could get cocaine over the counter. So no. If you take their voice away, you permit us to abuse them. Their well-being, I mean, understand something about America. We believe that a criminal is a person in needing of correction. That's why we call it the correctional system. They're not there to be punished for what they did. They are there to be fixed. They're a broken person who needs help. Some criminals are beyond help. Pedophiles. Okay? Maybe they should never be released. Depends on the crime, the nature. But just because someone's a criminal does not mean they should have no voice. It does not make them less human. Young Chang Smoker, what time did this occur? Since I can rumble public school curriculum has been teaching reading. That was Civil War era. You should be more specific, but there was a time, do understand that the concept of a literate public is World War II, all right? World War I, we drafted a lot of farmers and they couldn't read. They were illiterate. So it became very difficult for us to have them do the more technical jobs like a tank operator. So reading was not a required thing. School was not legally required until the end of World War I, when we said we need an educated public to run our military complex. So yes, and again, the laws that meant you had to be able to read to vote, you're talking Civil War era. You're talking, Jim Crow sort of things. Spantonet Pants, isn't our voices our silence because of the importance of electoral vote compared to popular vote? That is a different issue. I mean, there's a lot of issues with voting. I for one believe that all congressional districts should be chosen by independent committee. But that's me. Solid Tank, the electoral vote system is better. Selena Boating, you again, said hi. I mean, again, guys, do understand that it's like there was a person who said, he believed that Republicans are better at running the country. So he intentionally drew out districts that favored Republicans. Okay? It's not illegal to do that. It is illegal to draw out a district in order to reduce the vote of a minority, and as El Pistafo said, it looks like that's changing. But it's not illegal to change a district in order to influence the outcome of an election. Philip Rochi, if not me, then who? Indeed. Poogate said hi. Hi, brother. M, hello. Why don't you grow a beard? Because I can't. Freebus Lama, did you ever listen to Eminem Kim? Not sure. Poogate's true. Old movie fan, 1973. Morning, all God bless. Selena Boating, what's your favorite soccer player? I do not have one. Ghost Samurai, 1925. It's time for BB Dies. Poogates, what's your favorite basketball player? Karl Malone. Young Chang Smoker just absolutely let out a shameful burning liquid shart all on my mattress. Lord help me. Well, go clean that up, bitch. Don't talk about it. Akolokik. How many humans you eat a day? Your mom. Panthera. Thoughts on Gaza? I don't know what that is. Morally Bankrupt. Love. M. Do an Ozempic challenge where we see you shrink in 3 months. Y'all know Houston. What up, Big Belly? Forever Blue Roses, I like your content. Finally, someone with smart opinions. I'd prefer to think of them as educated opinions, but thank you. 420 Soothing Smoker, poetry and war songs and about life is very good. I love those who teach us. Pink the Panda, I have to remove my clitoris in the morning since my doctor refuses to help me. That is disturbing. Michael Zoe, you look like a tree jumper. What does that mean? Pink the Panda, I'm using scissors and rubbing alcohol. Okay. That's not funny. Ghost Samurai, I am American doesn't care about being a criminal. Look who's POTUS. It's complicated, dude. I mean, voting rights for felons is complicated. Michael Zoe, you look read that one. Oh, come on. Forever Blue Rose, I think all parties should be on a ballot, not just donkeys and elephants. Yeah? P. Diddy, oil up. Why would I oil up? You're the one taking it. The Rain the Spade. Grow a mustache, please. Go Samurai. Jay says who you. Don't leave out the demon part. Daniel Rain. Hello, Casio. Gmail user. Message retracted. 420 Soothing Smoker. Terrorist. El Bizafo. Mary Fillmore. Or Philip Artmore. Mike. See, this is why I don't like to skip, because now it seems... what is going on with this chat? Ugh. Let me see if this works, because I'm running out of chat, but you guys are still talking. Okay. There we go. The Rain, the Spade. You are cool. Thank you. Mary Mistrada, still here. Ellie Smith, hi. Mayor Mimi looks like a Discord mod. Miss Winthrop, good lady, or good lad. The Rain in Spain. Mexican jumps on a 1907 foot fence. Yang Chang Smoker, bro, tis has my dying. It is the Mary! Aliyah Smith. Hi, new to the channel. Ghost Samurai 2095. Remember, folks, who makes these lame rules? Jeff, sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut. I know this firsthand. I'm still alive. That means I'm winning. John Tooney, more independent in Congress. Phil Perochi, how are you feeling? A little congested, honestly. There's some stuff in my sinuses. Young Chang Smoker, how many guns do you own, Richard? I don't own a gun. Young Chang, my brother was suicidal. So, for many years, for 40 years of my life, I lived with my brother, and he was suicidal. So, I couldn't get a firearm. Because, I mean, it's not that I, couldn't go and get one, but it was dangerous because my brother might kill himself. So, and my brother tried to kill himself in front of me twice. Selena Boating, what's your favorite soccer player, though? I don't care about soccer. I mean, if you told me what was my favorite soccer player, well, I mean, her name was Angie. She was a really good soccer player. I mean, really. Could really fuck that thing. El Pizafo, there was a lot of moderation. Selena Boating, Diego Monroe play cuff. Maximo Serdum, what are you doing? What about Bremen, Germany? Bremen, Germany? Miss Winthrop, I call them demo rats. Well, don't be rude. Deshaun Fenberg, we got a real Shamil over here. Schlemiel? Ellie Smith, oil up. 420, soothing smoker. I'm not bringing hate. I'm telling the truth. Delete other people's stupid comments, please. Gorlamy, what up to? Daryl loves Joe's floor. I'm from the land of Lala. A 1988 Honda Accord. How can I become a voice actor? Get an agent. Mike, my pet's control coming in a little bit. I'm in deep clean mode, but I'm still here. Okay. Phil Perucci, fucker player. Haha. Selena Boating, I got a gun. I got a sniper rifle. I mean, again, dude, I would get a Smith & Wesson 40 cal. Ghost Samurai 1995. Alina Smith said that magic word, Latina. Aaliyah Smith, yeah. Jojo the Mofo. Sucker sucks. Yeah. Ethan said hi. Al Smith, I did lol. Miss Winthrop, bless Rich, you're a kind soul. Daryl and Daryl loves Joe Floor. What's your favorite soccer player? Mark Monsieur, I spent 2 hours doing prayer and meditation only to turn the page of an Epstein and Trump, and what the hell happened? Lol. Jabadiah a pair. Are you silly for cilantro? We call it coriander. Scott Huggins, Glassglow Ranger football team. Ethan, don't be tight. Young Chang Smoker, I completely understand one could argue. Where did it go? Falcon, if I were originated in Africa, how come Falcon, if we all originate in Africa, how come Australians, Aboriginals, are the oldest living culture? It's a good question, bro, and I don't have an answer for you. NR Favors, do you have Mountain Dew on your breath? Let me smell. I have vodka on my breath, thank you very much. 420 Soothing Smoker, the race white was not even a race. Africa people went outlands and looked for home than weather-made skin tones. John Toomey, who was the best heavyweight boxer champion all time besides Ali? Ali was heavyweight? I thought he was welter. 420 Soothing Smoker, Will Good It Brother Falcon. Daryl and Daryl loves Joe's floor. I just ran out of toilet paper-ish. Deshaun Femberg, I once fed a starving brothel with a week worth of loads. Ghost Samurai, Ali Smith, did you know Latina or God's gift to mankind? Phil Brochi, what's the biggest American scandal of the 70s, 80s, and 90s? I'd have to look that up. I'm not very versed in scandal. Troll Kings 456. Have you something on your third chin? It's jizz from your mom, bitch. Mark said hi. El Pistafo. Toby needs on feline account. Fitness tips. Or trips. Hello, boss. How are you? What's up, bro? Ellie Smith. I know Ghost Samurai and I am a Latina. John Tooney. Firewater. Solid tank. Philip, what a tough ball between Lewinsky, Watergate, and Iran-Contra. Mark Monsieur, Rock Marchino was the greatest champion of all, never lost a fight. Jeff, my cheap uncle wants to church every day for 3 months, paid, you'd hit the lottery. God came down and said, if you want to hit the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. 420 Soothing Smoker. Google stated that there's same people who Cresian became nomadic. Mike, you drink coffee? I bought a Keurig. It's great. Yeah, Mike, I drink coffee all the time. Um, if you notice the Selena Gomez, or if you notice the video for the Oreos you bought me in the background, well, in the video I drink coffee. When I try cookies, I often have coffee with them. And if you look at my Amazon wish list, you'll notice there's a lot of coffee on there. A lot of energy drinks too, because I drink those more often. But coffee, I used to have coffee. I used to make 2 pots a day, one at home and one at work. The one at home was for my brother, and the one at work was for my work. John Toomey, I'm going to look that fight up. Falcon, when you die, God will make you feel all the pain you inflicted on others without apologizing. It will have nothing by comparison to the pain they have inflicted on me. Allie Smith, okay. John Toomey, I only know of Morosino and Mayweather Jr. being undefeated. If you retire undefeated, why did you retire? Go Samurai. Ellie, are you modest munch about being a gift? Deshaun Finberg, blink once if you... Alright, blink twice if you need help, fam. Ed Tard said face. Or sad face. Okay. So guys, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. We're 10 minutes out. Dave Allen, good morning. John Toomey had enough fighting mad your money knew it was time to go. Ashkaholic, hi. You know, guys, I normally walk away from the stream with nothing. So, yes. And, again, I would have made more if I could have been at work for these 2 hours. Okay. Just be clear on that. Making some money is good, but I'm... You know, if I just had 2 hours of regular time at work, I would have made more than I made in this stream. I mean, there's another 10 minutes that could change, but... You know, I doubt it. I mean, the thing I really like about streams is that they get me a lot of watch hours, and this channel doesn't need watch hours, it needs views. Nathan, hi. Alcoholic, say 22222111111222. Obrochi, if you could have anything from your Amazon wish list, what would it be? Which item do I want the most? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there, and it depends on what I need, but again, I'm not relying on the Amazon wishlist thing. It's just, I'm gonna have to start buying my own stuff. That's just how it is. I mean, Mike bought me this watch, and I'm very grateful for it. And Phil here, he bought me the shorts I'm wearing right now. So yeah. You know, Phil, you've done a lot for me. I appreciate that. Mike, you're a good dude. Mark Missor. I'll Smith oil up Latin. When are you from? Mr. Mark. Gemesser, New York. B. How often do you play with your prick? For me, once a month, maybe. 420 Soothing Smoker. Can the world stop the fight with Israel, please? It's very bad. The only people who can stop the fight with Israel is, you know... Well, yes, the world can stop fighting Israel, I guess. They won't, but... Alcoholic, how old are you? 45. Ghost Samurai. You're welcome, Miss Aaliyah. Nathan Cox. I have God that... What you should say. God. Bulldog Rick 69. So what's this all about? What's anything all about? Lucifer 666. A vampire walks into a bar and asks for the bartender for a boiling glass of water, Bartender says, I thought you vampires only drank blood. The vampire pulls out a tampon and says, I'm making tea. Okay, that's not tea. Technically, it's a steep. 423 Smoker, why would you want to ask him ask him how many months he plays with himself? Don't get blocked. Shu Coppin, Lowell. Nick Nathan, do you goon or no? Mind your own business, bitch. Shu Keppin, for real. John Toomey, parking off is a messy habit. Connie, good morning. Let's have a look at Connie, shall we? Let's see. Connie, go to channel. Oh, it's a puppy! I love puppies. You know, I once was at this friend's house, right? And he had just gotten this little dog, and he's fawning over his little dog. But his... Oh, my page crashed. Yeah, guys, we're not going to be here much longer. But his family had this old dog. So he's sitting there with his young puppy, and he's going, you're so good, you're so good, you're so good. Mike, 1999 for the cause. Thank you, Mike. Very generous of you. And so he's sitting there with his puppy going, you're so good, you're so good, you're so good. And the other dog, which was sitting on the bed with us, was feeling very sad about this. And I looked over at her and I said, look at all this puppy! This is just more puppy than I deserve. There's puppy over here and there's puppy over here. And everybody just started laughing. Nick Nathan, you hurt my feelings so bad. Solid Tank, Mike. John Tooney, Snowflake. Deshaun Phoebine, 15 men that messed with my brother in the Clark County Jail. I asked him, I said, Willie, how that make you feel? He said, Deshaun, it wasn't no fun. Well, that's understandable. No one likes to get messed with. B. Rich, you are awesome. Thank you for reading my question. Okay. Simon Fleming, does anyone else get sexual gratification from watching in lines? From waiting in lines? Sexual gratification. Well, that's, yeah. Bance Gaunt, would you rather watch Volts VR? Can you do a little funniest joke you know? I don't know which is the funniest joke I know. Nathan, sorry. Yu Chang Smoker. Rubbernecking for life. Nathan, I'm back. Jake, we love our Jew overlords. You better, bitch. Bulldog Rick 69, in the retired army vet, but came across your channel. Was wondering what you folks about. Gen Z Money, quit Nathan. Levi, man, Rich, can you please donate? Laugh at me. Please don't laugh at me. Mike, got to get these kids up and ready for school. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone. Thanks, bro. You're a good dude, Mike. Kev DeKoff, do you think you could survive 30 seconds in the ring with Mike Tyson for $1 million? I think I could run away from him for 30 seconds. Madison Walker, look up the... Again. Deshaun Feinberg, there's a dude hiding in the ball pit at McDonald's, touching on people. Madison Walker, don't you know what Nickelodeon is? Lucifer 2687. Hi, how are you today? Philip, later, Mike. Nathan, would you watch me feet grow or my head grow? John Tooney, if Cole pull a Jack Paul, I can beat Tyson. Madison Sheila Cherry Walker, have you seen the Bubbles Guppies? No. Gen Z Money, quit Nathan, leave. Levi, man, Rich, my mom passed away. Can I tell you how my was? Okay, that's very sad. Madison Walker, do you know Wild Brain? Bulldog Rick 69. Hey, buy not for me.
Gen Z money. You fool nobody, Nathan. Well, Brochi, what's the time on the stream so far? We are at 1 hour and 57 minutes. John Tooney, have you seen old men get excited in the shower? No. Mark Mashure, just show you have a good day. I'm going to go for a swim now. Get my exercise in. So, you later, bro. Take care, bro. Nathan, my dog passed away. I'm trying to laugh bit, so yeah. Lokeland Senar, would you rather hurt a bird or hurt a young chain smoker? Would you rather break your clavicle or break your ankle? I think my ankle. Deshaun Finberg, you ever go to Lemon Party? No. Madison Walker, look up Gen Z money. Quite Nathan, you want him to say that word. You're a fool. What is it with people getting me to say racial slurs? Again, the thumb is starting to bother me a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that anymore, but still paralyzed. John Tooney, so you agree old men jumping around in the shower is weird? Generally. Alright, guys, we're at about a minute left. Mert Teveris, are you Boogie 558? I've heard of Boogie 2988, but not Boogie 558. John Toomey, laughing. Hell 9000. Hello, Richard. Please don't discount me. Hours to go. Do you like old men jumping in the shower? Not really, no. Madison Walker, look up the... Jake, have a good night, friend. John Tooney, keep going. Nothing to see here. You should get a haircut. Yes, I should. Deshaun Fimbring, what's worse, zipperhead or chickenhead? Emma Travers, 2988, I mean. Obviously, I'm not him. Nathan, are you 6 foot sideways? What if your mom say I am sideways? Okay, guys, we're at the 2 hour mark, and a lot of my regulars are gone. So it's time for me to go. I'll see y'all later. I'm Richard. Come on.